Welcome to Project Ares. Compelling backstories gamify cyber defense training. High-fidelity training using functional virtual machines. Support for Windows, Linux, industrial control system devices, industry-provided products, and cutting-edge red team tools. A natural language processing AI, powered by Azure Bot Services. Trainer View allows for real-time spectator or instructor engagement. Trainers can observe or modify the mission environment during play. View history and post-mission analysis. Is your network safe? Let's get your team ready.
Good morning. Thanks everyone for joining us for day 2 of the Virginia Cybersecurity Education Conference. Minor technical glitch there with the startup. Sorry about that. So we have sessions starting up in just a few minutes, but once again, I want to make a few comments as we get the day started out. So I'm going to do a quick screen share. So some highlights from day 2. Again, here at 10:15, we're going to start up sessions again. We have 2 sessions this morning with several concurrent tracks, and I'm not going to highlight any of those sessions individually because I don't want to highlight things against the people they're speaking against. But I tell you, we've got some great stuff coming up both this morning and this afternoon. So please take a look at the agenda in Hoover and get into those sessions. From noon to 1:30, we have a lunch break. So there'll be a Hoover live stream for discussion during lunch. And then we also have a separate live stream. So we have a bit of an ad hoc discussion on the dark web that we've got as a lunchtime sub session that was organized in our discussion groups. So please, during lunch, while you're eating your sandwich, jump into one of those live stream discussions in Hoover and chat with other conference attendees. At 1:30, this afternoon, so right after lunch, we have our Birds of a Feather session. So right now we have 3 of those scheduled, and these will happen concurrently. So choose the one that you're most interested in. There's a session on increasing collaboration in Virginia higher education, specifically cybersecurity education collaboration. And this is a continuation of a discussion that was held during the Cyber Fusion conference at VMI back in February. We had a chat there with the assembled educators about sort of improving collaboration and highlighting things that make Virginia cybersecurity ed, different, better than what's going on in other states. So we're going to talk about that during one of the sessions. There's also a K-12 cybersecurity education, Birds of a Feather, and then a session on educating students for cyber job readiness. So again, please, at 1:30, jump into one of those. Following that, again, 2 more sessions with concurrent tracks and some sponsor breaks. So that's 2:15 to 4:15. And then we'll close things up at 4:15 this afternoon. Please do come online at 4:15 and join us as we talk about CTF winners. We're going to talk a little bit about what we're going to do next year. Some other winners will be announced. And so that'll happen at 4:15 this afternoon. Please do jump into Hoover. Obviously, Hoover's got the schedule. It's got discussion groups. It's got some information from our various sponsors and exhibitors. and lots of stuff going on in Hoover, so make sure you jump on the Hoover app. We were asked yesterday for just some quick updates on the Virginia Cyber Range and the US Cyber Range. So I have just a couple of slides here in which I'm going to provide some highlights. So here, the first slide is new environments. So we've spent considerable time over the summer updating our exercise environments, both in the Virginia Cyber Range and the US Cyber Range. So if you're a user, if you're an educator who uses those resources, then you're going to see, or you should now see, a brand new Cyber Basics environment. So it's an updated Kali Linux version, new user interface. It's got pretty seamless cut and paste between your host system and the virtual machine, which makes it really easy to take stuff back and forth between the Virginia Cyber Range system and your host system. That's something that we've been gotten feedback on over the last several months. There's a new Brigante environment. So if you've used Brigante before, it used to have 15 levels. We've revamped Brigante, updated it, improved it. New new CentOS OS on the that the user gets direct access to, and then the Brigante system now has 27 levels. So we've expanded the levels in Brigante. If you're not familiar with that, it's analogous to the Bandit over-the-wire war game. But it's self-contained in the range, and it's a great way for students to learn more about Linux. There's Ubuntu Seed environment. So this environment goes along with Dr. Kevin Dew's Seed Lab. So for folks who are familiar with that, it's a project out of Syracuse University, very widely used set of labs. And so that environment is available. And then we also have a couple of updated penetration testing environments for both Windows and Linux. We've got some featured courseware. So new courseware that's been added to our catalog over the last several months. There's a great course on the Linux command line interface. It's actually still in development, but most of it is in place and uploaded to the Courseware repository. That's being created by Matthew Vogel, and it's a very thorough and wide set of Linux command line related topics. And so if you're teaching sort of introductory cybersecurity topics, you want to teach students very introductory Linux command line sorts of things, that's a great course to take a look at. And then there's an advanced ethical hacking course by Eric Kaiser that you should take a look at if you're teaching more intermediate to advanced students. And then there's a great lab that was created by Dr. Ahmed Ibrahim, formerly of the University of Virginia, on cryptography related topics. Those are just some of the highlights. There's more new stuff out there, but these are things that you should take a look at. We've got our new CTF environment that's been under development for the summer. Again, we're doing some final sort of beta testing with it now, and this conference is one of our major sort of launches, kind of the tail end of the beta test. Cloud-based serverless CTF system integrated into the Cyber Range exercise area. So if you're an instructor who's using the Cyber Range exercise area, you'll be able to provision one of these right in your course, and your students will be able to get access to it right through the Cyber Range login. And great new capability in the range. It's got both individual and team scoring. It's got a large challenge library that you'll be able to have access to as an instructor, and you'll be able to maintain your own library of CTF challenges. So if you host multiple CTFs, maybe one in each one of the courses that you teach, you can easily transport challenges between those different CTF environments. This system is going to be available later this summer in the Virginia Cyber Range, and so that'll get some more opportunity for us to test and work out some final authentication bugs that we've noticed and stuff like that. And then shortly after that, we'll make it also available in the US Cyber Range. The Cloud CTF platform will be demoed this afternoon. So if you want to get some details on how to administer that thing, then jump into that session at 3:30 today. Speaking of the CTF, there's been a lot of activity in the CTF, including up through early this morning, right? So a couple of people were playing up until 3 and 4 a.m. Here's the high score list right now. Obviously still time, so the CTF is going to be open until 4 p.m. today, maybe until 4:15. Probably it'll be open until the end of the day, and So lots of time to catch up on the CTF, and obviously there'll be some prizes awarded for CTF winners. We'd like to thank our conference planning committee. So we did something a little bit different this year. We enlisted some assistance with both the program and also with working with sponsors and with working with some of the conference logistics. So we have a pretty robust conference planning committee, and the names are listed here. And we're gonna reach out to these folks after the conference and confirm their physical addresses, because we have some things we want to send to them. We'll also be reaching out to speakers and to contest winners to confirm mailing addresses from registration, so that we can send some items out to those folks. A little bit of swag that we want to send out. Once again, I want to thank our exhibitors. So we have the Committee for Computing Education and Community Colleges, which is a group from within the Association of Computing Machinery, and then we also have the Greater Washington, D.C. chapter of the Information Systems Audit and Control Association as exhibitors. So please spend some time engaging with our exhibitors in the Hoover app and during sessions. I've been asked to just show some of the swag that we're going to be sending out. And again, this is going to go to speakers and conference planning committee members and some others. We've got some old standbys, right? So we've still got socks left over from last year, Virginia Cyber Range socks. We've got stickers. We've got Tervis tumblers left over from last year. We've got water bottles, coffee cups, etc. Some new things for this year, and this is just a little bit of a taste of some of the conference swag that we got before things turned into a virtual conference. We've got lighted pixel swords. These sort of match our leveling up cybersecurity education theme with our video gaming sort of a motif. We've also got some squishy tumblers from a company called Silly Pints. These are silicone drinking cups that are, I guess, kind of hard to see over my background, but kind of a cool little thing that you can use to have a cold drink on the patio without worrying about the glass breaking if you drop it on the ground. Okay, so that's what we've got going on today. Again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see everybody in just a few minutes at the first session at 10:15. So thanks.